Question for you. Are you constantly bloated no matter what you eat? Skipping meals because your stomach feels off? Or relying on coffee to get through the afternoon because your energy crashes on the daily? If that is you, listen up. I am hosting a free bloat-free summer challenge from May 4th to 9th, and it's going to be epic. In just 6 days, I'm going to teach you how to reduce bloating, support your digestion, and actually feel good in your body again, without cutting carbs, going sugar-free, or obsessing over every single meal. You'll get daily gut-friendly habits, an easy progress checklist, group support, and a chance to win some pretty sweet prizes. Enrollment is open right now, so head to the show notes for the link and grab your spot, because you absolutely deserve to feel confident in your body this summer. Are you tired of feeling like your stomach has its own agenda, like the bloating, gas, or constant trips to the bathroom are running your life? Welcome to the Beyond Bloated podcast, the podcast where we tackle those frustrating gut issues head on, without strict diets or giving up your favorite foods. I'm Carly, a certified gut health coach who's been there, struggling with bloating that made me look 6 months pregnant, gut pain that kept me from enjoying meals, and fatigue so draining it felt impossible to get through the day. Now, I help women like you find freedom from those symptoms and take back control of their lives. Each week, we'll debunk gut health myths, dive into simple, actionable tips, and hear stories from women who've been exactly where you are. It's time to feel confident, energized, and bloat-free. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Beyond Bloated podcast, or welcome for the very first time. I have my softball tournament coming up this weekend. By the time you're listening to this episode, it will actually have already happened. It is our opening weekend. So we play Saturday, Sunday, 4 games total, and then our season starts on Monday. You're listening to this on Tuesday, so I've already played 5 games. I'm teleporting. The start of softball season to me indicates the start of summer. I have played softball every single year since I was 4, except for when COVID happened. Our league shut down, so I literally could not play. And then the first year that I moved to BC, I just so happened to sprain my ankle really, really bad while playing softball, which I have never done in my 25 plus years of playing. So I had to sit out the majority of that season, which was really sad. But besides those 3 seasons that I was forced to sit out, I have never missed a season. And yes, that indicates summer has started. It's softball season. The weather's getting nicer. It's time. It's time for the seasons to change. So since in my mind, we're getting ready for summer, I decided let's do a summer-themed episode. And if you, my friend, are dreaming of feeling lighter, more energized, and just confidently bloat-free this coming summer, this episode is for you. I am going to provide you with 5 simple habits that I have seen work consistently with my clients and in my own journey to help you achieve all of those things this summer. So by the end of this episode, you're going to walk away with very easy changes that you can start implementing right here, right now. They are not dramatic, and they're going to make a big, big difference in how you feel. The best part is that I'm not going to make you do this alone. I am hosting a free 5-day challenge to help you achieve bloat-free status this summer, and registration is open right now. So head to the show notes, click the little linky to register for free. The challenge starts May 4th. It's running for 5 days. It's actually going to go till May 9th because we have a kickoff call on the 4th. Challenge starts on the 5th. But the point is, we have a free challenge coming up where you get to work with me, get my support, the support of our group community to help you put what I'm going to talk about today into action. So not only will you have the information, you will have the support to actually implement it and achieve the bloat-free status by summer. I think that's pretty freaking cool, especially because it's all free. And if by joining a free challenge that allows you to be bloat-free this summer isn't enough of a draw for you, there are also going to be prizes involved in this challenge because it's a challenge after all. So there will be winners. There will be winners for just participating. You don't even have to be the most bloat-free by the end of the challenge to win. More details are going to be provided inside the challenge, but it's free. It's going to help you be bloat-free, and there's prizes. So why the hell not? check out the show notes, click the link, and I will see you on May 4th. Being bloated anytime during the year sucks, of course, but I feel like being bloated during the summer is literally the worst. It is extremely frustrating when you can't wear the cute clothes that you want to wear, the bikinis, the crop tops, the jeans, the dresses. I mean, maybe you do, and you rock that. If so, good for you. I wish I was one of those people that could have done that. I was very self-conscious of my body when I looked 6 months pregnant because I did not want to be asked if I was pregnant or congratulated on my pregnancy when I was not pregnant. It was a self-image thing, but one that really got to me and one that limited my clothing, my wardrobe for years. On top of that, there's a lot of social events happening in the summer, picnics on the beach, family barbecues, luau's, who knows? But we are outside eating, being social, and if you have bloating, you have other digestive issues too. So you are probably afraid of food, which means you don't want to go to these social events because you know that you won't have a good time there because the food will make you sick, you're nervous, you're anxious the whole time. Even if you kind of get by without having any issues, you were stressed about it. So it's not as enjoyable when you're bloated and you're experiencing digestive issues. So you might just not go. And then, of course, there's the beach. Wearing your bikini, being out there, half naked for the world, not something I personally wanted to do when I felt very bloated and uncomfortable, and I may need to sprint to a washroom at any given time. The public washroom at the beach is not where I want to be doing that kind of business. Maybe in the past, to prepare for summer, you have done some sort of restrictive diet, you have done a parasite cleanse, or you got some detox teas, whatever it may be. You have done something a little drastic to prepare for summer, and it might not have worked as well as you have thought. So this summer, we're doing things differently. We are not obsessing over what to cut out and what to eliminate from our diet. We're going to talk about what we can add in. And these habits that I'm going to share with you today are going to help you have more energy throughout the entire day. No more energy crashes at 3 p.m. Better digestion, so you can be less bloated and not have to sprint to the washroom at the beach. We're also going to balance your hormones because the gut hormone connection is very strong and very real. We're also going to have less stress around food this summer because we have our symptoms under control. And that's going to lead to more confidence, wearing what you want and feeling hot as shit in that outfit, just as you deserve to. So let's get into the 5 gut-friendly habits that I'm going to share with you today to help you achieve bloat-free status for the summer. I want you to be really honest with me here. Are you the type of person who wakes up, immediately grabs your coffee, and runs out the door, and then you just so happen to forget to eat your lunch, or maybe you have very tiny snacks sporadically throughout the day? If so, it's okay. You're not alone. But this one habit is likely setting you up for way more bloating, more cravings, and way less energy than you deserve to have throughout the day. Which leads me to my first habit that I would suggest you start implementing, and that is to eat a real breakfast within 1 to 2 hours of waking. Let me break this down for you. So the reason why coffee first, food later does not work is because A, it suppresses our appetite and masks our hunger cues. So caffeine is a stimulant. Caffeine is in coffee. It can temporarily shut down your hunger signals, so you think that you're not hungry when your body actually needs fuel. If you're the type of person who wakes up in the morning, grabs your coffee, and you blame it on, I just don't feel hungry in the morning, why would I eat? Because I'm not hungry. This could be why you're not hungry. It's not that your body doesn't need the food, it's that you have tricked it into believing it doesn't need the food. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach also increases cortisol, which is our stress hormone. And when cortisol spikes, it slows down our digestion, which increases bloating and gut sensitivity and leaves you feeling very wired, jittery, or anxious. If we are just using coffee as breakfast, we don't have any real food in our systems to buffer that coffee. So the coffee causes a spike and then a crash in our blood sugar levels. That crash later in the day is when you start to feel super tired, irritable. You find yourself reaching for sugar or like the carby muffin, pastry snacks to pick you back up because your body is looking for a quick fuel source, which is glucose, and the quickest form of glucose is sugar or refined carbs like pastries. Grabbing that coffee first thing in the morning and not having breakfast is also messing with your hormones and your gut motility. Skipping breakfast means that your body does not get the signal it needs to kickstart digestion, regulate your hormones, and support healthy elimination, aka your bowel movements. So those are all the reasons why coffee on its own or before breakfast does not count as a meal, and you need something more substantial in your system to start the day. But it isn't just about eating something for breakfast. We also need to make sure we are eating a real meal, which means we're including protein, healthy fats, and carbs that fuel your body at every meal, especially breakfast. This is what we call a balanced meal or a balanced breakfast, and it's going to help keep your blood sugar levels stable, which means you're not going to get that hangry feeling later in the day. It's going to help reduce cravings later in the day, because when you skip breakfast, your blood sugar drops, and then your body is searching for that quick fuel source, which is the glucose or the sugar. Eating a balanced breakfast is also going to help support digestion and motility. And ultimately, it helps your body feel very safe, nourished, and less reactive. If you skip breakfast, your body is in survival mode because it doesn't know when it's going to get fuel next. So it's protecting all of that fat as well because it might need it later. So if you're struggling to lose weight and you don't have breakfast, eating a balanced breakfast might be a step in the right direction for you. Some examples of a real balanced breakfast could be something like scrambled eggs with sweet potato and avocado. And I'm not talking a single egg. I'm talking like 3 eggs with sweet potato and avocado. You could have chia pudding with protein powder and fruit, or even leftovers from dinner. Breakfast doesn't have to be the stereotypical breakfast foods. All it has to be is something balanced that's going to help you kickstart your day. Hey everyone, Carly here. If you are tired of feeling bloated and uncomfortable, which I know you are, I have something that can really help. My free ultimate guide to bloat busting. I've been there myself, and I know how frustrating it is to try super restrictive diets and expensive supplements without getting results. If those methods were going to work, they would have worked by now. That's why I created this guide to offer you a different approach. In the ultimate guide to bloat busting, you'll learn techniques to listen to your body and eat with intention, avoiding overeating and choosing foods that truly benefit you, tips for proper hydration to support digestion and reduce bloating, a guide to delicious foods that promote a healthy gut and how to easily incorporate them into your meals, and effective methods to manage stress, which plays a huge role in gut health. These simple, practical strategies can make a big difference in your daily life, helping you feel lighter, more energized, and comfortable in your own skin. Ready to ditch the bloat without strict diets or costly supplements? Download your free copy today at beyondbloated.com/ultimate-guide and start your journey to a bloat-free life. Now, let's get back to it. What breakfast should not look like is a piece of toast with some butter slapped on it, or a banana as you're on your way out the door. A banana could be a part of your balanced breakfast, but a banana on its own, that ain't it. Inside my bloat-free summer challenge, I will not just be telling you what to eat. I am going to help you shift how and when you eat, so your body can actually digest and absorb your food properly. And breakfast is one of those foundational habits that we are definitely going to be focusing on. So if you need a little extra support on how to start eating breakfast, what you can eat for breakfast, the timing of it all, sign up for the free challenge because I will be helping you with this inside. Habit number 2 that we need to start focusing on is not skipping meals at all. And yes, that includes lunch. Have you ever got to the 3 p.m. mark in your day and you realized, oh my God, the only thing I have eaten today is coffee and maybe a little snack? And now you're starving, you're bloated, you're moody, and you're reaching for something quick to fix it, like the muffin or the pastry or some chips. That's not a willpower problem. It's not because you're weak and your cravings are getting the best of you. It's because you're skipping meals and it's more common than you think. Skipping meals, like lunch, messes with your digestion and your energy for a few reasons. For one, your gut really loves consistency. Our gut thrives when it knows food is coming at regular times. So I encourage eating not just all 3 meals in a day, but eating them around the same time every day as well. When we skip meals or we eat super erratically, sometimes you're eating lunch at 11, sometimes you're eating it at 4 p.m., it confuses our digestive systems. That can slow down motility, cause bloating, and lead to things like constipation and gas. Skipping meals also triggers our stress response. So when we don't eat lunch, that indicates danger to our body. And that triggers our stress response because our body doesn't know that you were just in back-to-back meetings and you got really busy and you just forgot to eat. It thinks food is scarce and we are now in survival mode. So cortisol raises, which is our stress hormone, and that slows down digestion and helps us store more fat for survival. So again, this comes into the weight loss issue. If you're struggling with weight on top of digestive issues, it might be because your body is in survival mode and doesn't know when food is coming next. Not eating breakfast, not eating lunch leads to the same issue that I just talked about. Our blood sugar levels crash, which then causes low energy, mood swings, cravings for sugar and caffeine, and even overeating later in the day because we're trying to overcompensate for all the meals that we skipped, which then is going to make bloating worse because you are eating way too much food in one sitting for your digestive system to handle. You'll also eat a lot faster and less mindfully later on in the day because you're starving. So you are just trying to shovel that food in you to get some fuel as quick as possible. You're more likely to overeat or reach for ultra-processed options because you're just trying to fix the hunger. You don't want to put together a nice balanced meal. You just need something in you real quick. So that combo is definitely going to cause bloating. Whereas eating regular meals helps reduce bloating and energy crashes. I personally eat every 3 to 4 hours to help keep my blood sugar levels stable. It also gives my digestive system a rhythm. I pretty much eat my breakfast around 8:30, 9 a.m. I have my lunch around noon. Sometimes I'll have a snack at 3 if I'm feeling it, and then I'll eat my dinner around 5:36. I'm pretty consistent with that, even on the weekends, so my digestive system knows when to expect food. Consistent meals also signal safety to the body, which helps it stay in rest and digest mode. And that is where the good digestion happens. When we are in fight or flight, or the stressed out mode, digestion doesn't work. We don't produce stomach acid. We're not ready to digest a thing. We want to be in rest and digest when we eat. You're also just way more likely to eat a balanced meal, to eat slower and actually enjoy your food versus eating very reactively and overwhelmed because you're starving and just trying to shove something in your mouth. So eating regularly is definitely the way to go. Lunch is one of the most skipped meals that I see with my clients, and it's also the one that makes or breaks your afternoon. If you are always crashing around 3 p.m., reaching for sugar, or getting bloated later in the day, I would bet that lunch, or not eating lunch, is playing a huge role in that. So if you're a lunch skipper, try adding that back into your day and see how your symptoms react. If you are struggling to get lunch in because you are very busy and you just honestly forget, that's okay. There are strategies that we can put in place to help you get lunch in. I personally block an hour on my calendar every day from noon to 1 so that I can have lunch and go for a walk. So if you don't have an hour, that's okay. Block off 20 to 30 minutes during your day and have lunch during that time. Pick a time period where you're usually not in meetings, or say no to those meetings. Say, hey, I'm on my lunch. You're literally allowed to eat. It's not like a treat to get to have lunch. It is your right to take a break and have lunch during the day. I also suggest prepping something very simple but balanced. You could make a quinoa salad with chicken, avocado, and greens, or rice and veggies with tofu and tahini, something that you can prep in advance, store it in containers, bring it to work. You don't even need to heat that stuff up. Just have something ready to go so that you aren't panicked and grabbing for the pizza slice at lunch because you need something. And if you know that you're going to be on the go, like on the road or something during a lunch hour, pack snacks ahead of time. And snacks that are balanced, snacks that aren't going to make you feel sick and bloated and tired later in the day. Prep in advance. That's all it takes is a little bit of thought out process, plan, and prepare for it. One of the things we are going to be focusing on during the Bloat-Free Summer Challenge is how to build realistic, consistent meals into your day without needing to overhaul your entire schedule or go on a restrictive diet plan. It is about creating flow and fuel for your body, not strict rules that are going to stress you the hell out. For habit number 3, I want you to think about the last time you ate a meal. Were you sitting down, fully present, enjoying your food? Or were you scrolling on Instagram, answering emails, or eating in the car between errands? Most of us are eating on autopilot, and our digestion feels it. That is why habit number 3 is focusing on eating without distractions. Digestion actually starts in the brain. There is something called the cephalic phase of digestion, and that's when your brain sees, smells, and anticipates food, which then triggers the release of saliva, stomach acid, and digestive enzymes. If you are distracted, your body misses the memo that food is coming, and digestion does not get the head start it needs. You literally surprise your gut with food when you start eating while you are distracted. When you are in the constant go, go, go mode, or even just mentally distracted by scrolling on your phone, your nervous system is in fight or flight. This turns off digestion so your body can focus on survival, which means bloating, indigestion, and slower motility are way more likely to happen when you eat in this state. When we eat our meals in a nice and relaxed state, this activates the rest and digest mode, which is also known as our parasympathetic nervous system. And this allows the body to break down food properly, absorb our nutrients, and move waste along way more efficiently. So that's going to lessen your chances of constipation, gas, and bloating. You'll also chew more thoroughly when you aren't distracted, which takes a huge load off of your stomach and supports smoother digestion further down the line. Because ultimately, what's happening is you're eating a super rushed lunch at your desk while you're answering super stressful emails, you're barely chewing your food, maybe not even tasting the food that you put together, and then you feel bloated an hour later and you have no idea why. Now, in contrast, imagine sitting down at your table. Your phone is away. You take a few deep breaths before you eat, and you actually enjoy that meal. You eat way slower, you chew better, and you feel less heavy afterwards. That is the power of eating mindfully. It doesn't have to be complicated. There are very simple ways to practice mindful eating, and it's not some crazy spiritual adventure with your food. It literally just includes taking a few deep breaths before your meal to shift into that rest and digest mode. Sit down. I honestly have to tell my boyfriend sometimes to sit down because he'll just be eating while standing at the counter. Sit down when you eat your meal. That counts as eating mindfully. Put your phone away. Turn off screens, the TV, your laptop, and really taste your food. Just sit there with your food. You don't need Instagram while you eat, I promise. And chew each bite thoroughly. Aim for 20 to 30 chews per bite if that's helpful for you. Just chew it to applesauce consistency, and that eases the burden on your gut. Mindful eating is yet another habit that we are going to track while in the Bloat-Free Summer Challenge, because it is one of the fastest ways to support better digestion without changing what you're eating at all. All we're doing is changing how you eat your meal, not even what you eat. It's literally so simple. It makes a crazy difference, which is why we're doing it and why you will see results in the 5 days. Habit number 4 is focusing on something that you have heard a million times before, but with a twist. We have all heard the saying, just drink more water. You go to your doctor with your digestive issues, drink more water. But when it comes to digestion and bloating in particular, it is how and when you hydrate that actually matters. It is not just about slugging back a gallon of water at once. It's about building the habit of staying consistently hydrated throughout the day. Although the advice of drink more water seems really stupid and annoying, hydration is actually essential for gut health. It helps support our gut motility, because our digestive system relies on water to keep things moving. So when you are dehydrated, stool becomes dry and harder to pass, which equals constipation and bloating. The less water you drink, the more your body holds on to fluids as well. So staying hydrated helps flush out excess sodium and reduces the puffiness and bloating. Hydration also helps boost your energy and brain function, because even mild dehydration can make you feel very sluggish, foggy, and drained. Your body works harder to digest food when it's running on empty. And finally, hydration nourishes your skin. So this is just a fun little bonus, but proper hydration gives your skin that summer glow that we all want. So why not drink more water to have beautiful skin and digestion? Now, you don't need to drown yourself in water first thing in the morning to try to make up for the whole day of missed water that you had the day before. Your body absorbs water best when it's spaced throughout the day. So the key is consistency, not large quantities of water at one time. Drinking too much water during meals can actually dilute your stomach acid. So timing of the water drinking plays a role in how well your digestive system is going to work. Think back to a day when you realize it's 3 p.m. and all you've had that day is coffee and maybe a couple sips of water. Maybe that day was today. By evening, you're probably bloated, foggy, maybe even a little cranky and irritable. That is your body asking for more steady hydration, not to down a whole gallon of water at the end of the day. So to help keep this steady flow of hydration happening, here are some simple hydration tips for you. Start your day with a glass of water before coffee. Bonus if you add fresh squeezed lemon juice or a pinch of sea salt to that water to get your minerals in. I also suggest keeping a water bottle with you at all times. Bring it in the car, set it on your desk while you're working, bring it to your workouts. If you see that water, you're way more likely to drink it. And if you need more reminders, set one on your phone, just every hour. Hey, did you drink water? Yeah, it's going to be annoying at first, but eventually you'll get in the habit of drinking it and you can turn those alarms off. If you're one of those people who don't like water, I find you a little strange, no offense. I love water, but if you don't like water, that's okay. Flavor your water naturally. You can use fruit, herbs, or ginger to make it more enjoyable. You can use electrolyte packets. I was talking with one of my clients recently who wants to add fruit to her water, but she is afraid that it will make her water bottle moldy. Fair. I would have that fear too. So we came to the conclusion of creating a jug of water with fruit infused in it, and then just pouring that jug into her own water bottle to take with her. So she gets the infused fruit flavor without having to put actual fruit in her water bottle. So there's a fun tip for you. Hydration is one of our daily checklist habits inside the Bloat-Free Summer Challenge because it does impact everything from digestion to energy to how your clothes fit. So I will be sharing some of my favorite infused water recipes inside the challenge to help make drinking water feel fun and not like a chore. They'll be summer themed, so you can have your flavored water on the beach in your bloat-free bod wearing your cute bikini. The fifth and final habit is kind of a wrap-up of all 4 habits. All 4 of the things that I just talked about are going to help you keep your blood sugar levels balanced, even without tracking a single thing. You do not need to wear a continuous glucose monitor, track every single meal, or follow a rigid diet to keep your blood sugar levels steady. In fact, most women I work with see huge improvements just by making small, intentional tweaks to how they build their meals. Now, I have been wearing a continuous glucose monitor for the last 2 weeks because I'm a data nerd and I want to see that real life data. I've been sharing about it on my Instagram page, so if you want to check that out, head to @beyond.bloated to see my experience with the glucose monitor, but you do not need one to balance your blood sugar levels. I want to make it clear that blood sugar is not just for people who have diabetes. It plays a huge role in how your body digests food, stores fat, produces energy, and manages stress for every single one of us. Spikes and crashes in our blood sugar levels can lead to more bloating and inflammation. hangry feelings and mood swings, energy dips and those 3 p.m. energy crashes, and the sugar cravings, especially later in the day. The constant blood sugar spikes and then crashes and then spikes and then crashes throughout the day really stress your system out. And chronic stress equals slowed digestion. This can lead to food sitting in the gut for longer, which then causes fermentation, which then causes bloating and gas. If you experience wild swings in your blood sugar throughout the day, that can also impact your gut motility and contribute to constipation or even diarrhea, depending on the person. As I said, you do not need a continuous glucose monitor to balance your blood sugar levels. All you got to do is prioritize protein and fat because these slow down how quickly carbs are absorbed and keep you full for longer. We do not want to avoid carbs. We just want to pair them with protein and fat. We also want to add a lot of fiber-rich veggies into our meals because these feed our good gut bugs and help regulate digestion. It's also helpful to eat in a specific order. So if you have a balanced plate in front of you, you want to eat your fiber-rich veggies first, then the proteins and fats, and leave carbs till last to slow glucose release into your bloodstream. Super easy to do, big benefits there. And of course, as I have already mentioned a couple times, don't skip meals because a hangry crash at 3 p.m. is not a good vibe for the summer, and it often leads to overeating or bloat-triggering snacks later in the day. So let me paint a picture for you. Let's say you grab a banana and a coffee, run out the door first thing in the morning. You might feel okay for a little bit, but by 10 a.m., you're shaky, you're cranky, and you are hard craving sugar. Instead, if you had the banana with a boiled egg or a scoop of almond butter, you would have a different reaction. I don't think one hard-boiled egg, a scoop of almond butter, and a banana is enough food, but it's a start because that combo supports your blood sugar and keeps your digestion calm. Baby steps. By taking these super simple steps to keep your blood sugar levels stable throughout the day, you will feel more energized and focused. Your cravings will start to fade, especially when you're feeling that, oh my God, I need something sweet after every single meal feeling. Your mood will also stabilize. You'll be less snappy, anxious, and irritable. And you'll start to notice your bloat decreasing without needing to cut out any food. Inside my Bloat-Free Summer Challenge, I will personally walk you through exactly how to build a gut-friendly, blood sugar balanced plate. No calorie counting, no food scales, just real-life meals that work for your body and your lifestyle. These simple 5 habits together create a very strong foundation for your gut health. They are sustainable, they're realistic, and they are designed for real life. You do not need to track every single thing you eat. You do not need to have heavy restriction in your diet. And this is exactly what we are focusing on inside my free challenge. If after listening to these 5 habits that I am suggesting you implement to decrease your bloat by summer, you're thinking, I could use a little support with that, I got you. I am inviting you to join my free Bloat-Free Summer Challenge, which we are kicking off May 4th. You can register right now, head to the show notes, click the link, sign up, and boom, you're in. It's that easy. I'll be providing everyone in the challenge with daily lessons so you can get even more info, a fun checklist to keep you on track. We'll have group support. We have a private community for everyone in the challenge so we can hype each other up and stay motivated. And as I mentioned, there'll be some sick prizes. But most importantly, you are going to walk away from this challenge feeling lighter, more energized, and more in control of your gut health just in time for summer. You do not need to overhaul your entire life to feel better. All you have to do is start with these 5 habits, and we're going to make this summer your best, most bloat-free summer to date. So head to the show notes, register, and I will see you on May 4th. Talk to you next week. Did you learn something new and useful today? If the answer is a big, resounding hell yeah, do me a favor. Subscribe to this podcast. Even better, toss a rating in there too. It helps more bloated babes discover this show and lets me keep bringing you this free, gut-loving content every single week. And hey, don't be greedy. Share this episode with your bestie who's always unbuttoning her pants after dinner. She will love you even more for it. Thanks for hanging out with me and showing your gut some love. Keep on putting what you learn into practice and you will be bloat-free in no time. Catch you in the next one. Bye!